Up in here. My name is Fausto Pugliese, president and founder of Cybertron University, and today's topic is how to turn market volatility in your favor. Now, I'm going to be talking about a couple of great topics regarding high-frequency trades, stocks to trade in the market, how to read charts the right way, timing during the day. So there's a lot of great stuff we're going to talk about and about trading the market, and hopefully that every single one of you are going to walk away today without not just learning one, but several very important key tools to help you with your trading. And most importantly, out of what everyone's going to be walking away with today is that hopefully everyone's going to join me tomorrow morning for a live trading demonstration in the market. Now, a couple of things I just want everyone to know what we're going to be learning. We're going to talk about discipline, day journaling. We're going to talk about high-frequency trades. We're going to talk about the KISS method. We're going to talk about stocks we've traded and much, much more. Now, just to let you know a little bit about myself, ladies and gentlemen, and why every one of you should listen very carefully to what I'm about to teach you today, because I was you 20 years ago. And by looking at these two photos up here, the one on the left-hand side is a picture of me last month ringing the closing bell. That's me, the one pumping my hands up there. And I was actually rang the closing bell with Steve Forbes, who actually rang the closing bell for the first time himself also. But the thing about this photo, if you look on the right, Steve Forbes wrote a front-page article about a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. Now, if any of you ever read any of the old books about the So's Bandits, I am one of the pioneers who started day trading when there was only 1,000 day traders in the world. Now there's over 10 million. So you could look at me as being your great-great-grandfather. I've been doing this for many, many years. Love what I do. Have a passion to do it. And the reason why I'm teaching is because what you're about to learn, what I'm about to show you, is that trading's a part-time job. I've been doing this for a very long time, trading, but trading, you only trade about an hour a day. Most of your time is spent on education, and that's what you're about to see. Now, for some of you also, I've done a lot of speakings around the world. I don't know if anyone here has seen me do a speaking, and I'm going to, it's just out of curiosity, maybe you guys could tell me if you have, but also I'm going to tell you about a great opportunity to get the first day trading book that was just came out that I written in 20 years. The last one was by the So's Bandits. So it was just coming out by Wiley. Wiley just published it last month, 2 months ago. And I'm going to tell you, everyone, a great opportunity how to get that book to teach you how to beat market makers at their own game. Now that you know a little bit about me, ladies and gentlemen, now I want to get to know a little bit about you. So could everyone just give me a chat back and let me know, what kind of trader is everyone here? Are you a stock trader? Are you a day trader? Are you an options trader? Are you a futures trader? What kind of trader is everyone? Just let me know. Futures, stocks, day trading. Good, good. Options trading, okay. Francis, Mike, day trading, options. Dorothy, options. JB, options. Well, a lot of options traders here. Good, good, good. Day trading, swing trading from Charles. Okay. Options and stocks. All right, so just to kind of give you guys a little heads up on options, that picture that I showed you ringing the closing bell was about 2 months ago. That was at the New York Stock Exchange. It was a big event called Meet the All-Stars, the Options All-Stars. I just did a big event with some of the biggest well-known options traders in the world, okay? And the thing that they all said, and for everyone here, I love options, okay? I love options 10 times over swing trading because it's basically the same thing. But there's a problem with options where a lot of people lose money in options. You have to learn how to trade the stock first before you could trade the option, because it's the movement of the stock that makes the option move. So that's great that we have a lot of options traders out there. Well, let's first go out there and learn how to trade the stock first, and you'll see how much more successful and easier it is to trade the option. So I'm glad a lot of you guys told me that, so at least I know a little bit about you. And how do we know how to fix that problem? Well, we need to learn to do it the right way. Because if you don't do it the right way, this is how 70% of the traders fail. Now, you have to understand that trading the markets, this is a job. It's not investing. And a lot of people just don't understand how to play the game. They think it's just as easy. You wake up in the morning and you just open up a brokerage account and say, hey, let me go out there and start trading money. Now, let's think about this for a second. When any of you guys here go out there and open up a brokerage account and start just, give your money to some mutual fund and say, yeah, could you trade my money? And next thing you know, they says, oh, well, I don't know anything about trading money, but, but I'm going to learn with yours. Well, guess what? You're doing the same exact thing. And that's not what you're here for. What you're here for is to learn. So a lot of you here are going to learn some of the greatest rules and some of the greatest strategies. If you want to be successful at it, I'm going to show you how to do it right. So let's start with rule number one. Rule number one is do not open a brokerage account. Now, I get a lot of scrutiny with this with my fellow brokerage firm partners, but they appreciate what I'm saying to you because a lot of you are opening up accounts with the wrong brokerage firm. The brokerage firm that you have an account with, some of you, are probably not the right one. Some of you have different laws, different regulations, different account balances, different strategies. There are a lot of brokerage firms out there, and you don't want to get sold regarding about some great feature or some cute little baby on TV or whatever it is. That's not what trading is all about, guys. What trading is all about. And not only that, but what's going to happen, a lot of people are going to open up a brokerage account with the wrong company and just going to get frustrated, and you're going to just trade stocks, and you're not going to know why you bought them. You're not going to know why you sold them. You're not going to know why, you can't get in, you can't get out. You're not going to know how to use the platform. It's just not worth it. The last thing you want to do is opening up a brokerage account. You know what the first thing you need to know what to do? You got to learn and see if trading's for you first. That's the first thing. So, online brokers, understand something. They are in the business to make money, okay? I don't know if you guys ever read the back of your account statements, but there's something called payment for order flow. Brokerage firms are kind of like trading against you. They go out there, they're trading against you, not in a bad way. Listen, you think they really, really, really make money charging you $7 a ticket? That's not where they make their money. Unless they're called direct access, then that is not the access that you want. If it's all you need is direct access. If they don't offer anything else, all I could tell you is that you're dealing with public transportation. You're just not driving your own car. All right, so let me change the slide here again. So the beauty about going out there and learning, and the reason why people get caught up with these online brokers is because they worry about the great ticket charges. But at the end of the day, we know what's cheap and what's not. The only thing that's cheap, is the cheese in the mousetrap. That's the only thing. And we all know what happened to the mouse. So you don't need to go out there, and the first thing that you have to look for is, how much are their ticket charges? If you can't afford the ticket charges, that's like saying if you're worried about the gas, you can't afford the car. So, and the worst part of about it all is that you find out the hard way. Now, remember, I was you 20 years ago. I did the same thing. So I got frustrated. I learned the hard way, and now I found out that you could start going out there and taking matters in your own hands. You could actually go out there and become a market maker. Think about it. You could place bids. You could place offers. You can go out there and buy and sell stocks just like every other brokerage firm. Why? Have you ever noticed that there's nobody on the floor of the exchange anymore? Everything's electronic. You have a seat on the exchange. Now, just out of curiosity, can everyone just give me a chat back? Who's your broker? Like, what broker is everybody dealing with? Can anybody tell me? What brokerage firm does everyone have? Thinkorswim, great company. Okay, you don't have an issue there. Anyone else? Schwab, Options Express. Well, once again, it depends which account you have with those companies, with Schwab and Options Express. Some of them are a huge disadvantage. Barbara, if you can't see the slides, just log in and log back out. Can everyone see the slides? Just want to be curious. I think I could see everyone could see it. Okay, good. All right. Well, it looks like everybody kind of has a good brokerage firm. I see Option Monster. I do a lot of education with them. Trade King, I don't know too much. Meritrade, you know, as long as you have the right direct access and not the online version, you'll be fine. IB, not really a big fan of them because they don't really give you direct access or good customer service. Okay, good. Well, here at Cybertron University, when you become everyone has the right to call the office, talk to an education advisor, and tell them a little bit about you, and they'll be happy to advise you who will be the best one that are suited for you. Now, rule number 2, learning how to use the trading software. Another big mistake that people make is that there are a lot of good programs out there, but once again, 70 to 80% of what they offer you don't need. It's overkill. Everything is overkill. You don't need to go out there and buy stocks that are, you know, buy platforms and spend a lot of money and, you know, and put all these bells and whistles, because a lot of them is you don't really need. And the crazy part about the whole thing is that the ones that everyone really does need, they don't have. And that's what we're going to be talking about next. Because they'll get stuck with this. All right, go out there and start adding all these indicators and Bollinger Bands and MACDs, and, you know, at the end of the day, do you feel like this? That you're going out there and like, what the hell am I getting myself involved in? You end up being confused, and the next thing you know, you never do any trades. So you have to do something that's called the KISS method. Keep it super simple. Now, tomorrow, like I told you, tomorrow morning I'm going to invite all of you guys to come and join me in a professional trading room, and you'll see what it's like to trade in the real markets, and you'll realize trading is not that complicated. And a lot of you add way too many bells and whistles than you really need. And some of the things that you have to realize is not just the platform, but the timing during the day. Now, like I told you, when it comes to trading, timing during the day, trading is only 10% of your time, 90% of your is education. So you shouldn't be spending that much time in trading. You could see here, for an example, here's a stock that had a really nice move, 930. The stock goes from 270 all the way to 320. 50 cents, not bad for a day's pay. Here's another stock, 635 all the way to 995. Once again, not bad for a day's pay. Okay? So when it comes to trading, ladies and gentlemen, great traders only trade at the most volatile times of the market, and that's in the early mornings and late afternoons. So, and listen, I'm going to show you today. You bring up an execution system here. PLNR. Here's a stock right at the open. $9.30. Look at this. Even in pre-market, 5,050 cents. To 10 o'clock, the thing ran all the way to 670. GDX, 930. The stock goes from 1685 all the way up to 1765. GNW on the short, 780 all the way to 10 o'clock, all the way down to $9, down $2. Look what happened over the course of the day, nothing. This is timing during the day is very, very critical when it comes to trading. Now, I don't know how much time you guys are spending in trading, but I hope it's not a lot. Rule number 4, my ultimate favorite, following the money. All right, let's have a little pop quiz right here. Can anybody tell me how the markets move? How do stocks move in the markets? What drives options to move? What makes these things move? And if you don't know, just give me a question mark. Trends, okay. From Francis. Anyone else? Ed says buying and selling. Barbara says volume. Institutions from Glenn. Joe says news. There you go. Price action, supply and demand. Very good. Supply and demand. All right. Now, the thing that a lot of you guys have to keep in mind, that what makes stocks drive up and down is supply and demand, and by knowing that supply and demand, this is what's going to help you know the direction of where the stock is going. Now, let me tell you when I had a light bulb. I had a light bulb on the first day on the job when I met my first mentor. And my father always taught me, and he says, son, you want to be very successful in business, in any business? And I'm like, of course I do, Dad. Well, this is what you're going to need to do. You need to learn from the best people in the industry that do it every day. And I said, well, Dad, how do I do that? He goes, well, you want to learn the stock market here in New York, go out there, go meet people, do what you need to do, spend the money you need to spend, because my dad was always a very big believer in education, okay? And he always agreed, and I know some of you, anyone here been to college? Anyone have kids and send their kids to school? Okay? Everybody, right? A lot of you, of course. So you think it's too late for you to learn either? So my dad always taught me, he says, listen, a lot of your education just doesn't come from college. A lot of your education comes from learning from the street, learning from people who do it every day. So the thing is this, go out there and learn from the best in the industry who do it all day long, and you'll see how fast you'll learn. Learn from their mistakes. Don't go out there and learn the hard way, and that's losing money. And the biggest light bulb that came in, which I realized when I started trading and I was doing a lot of the backward stuff, is I didn't realize that you could monitor 70% of the volume. So back in the day, there was something called Instinet. Well, today it's called Total View, Level 3. Okay? And in Level 3, what that shows you, I know some of you are very familiar with the term Level 2. Everybody know what Level 2 is? Okay, this is Level 3. This shows you 20 times more volume than Level 2 does. Okay? So here you can now start seeing big block orders. Like, for example, you could see these are the buyers, these are the sellers. Oh, it's a bad color crayon. Hold on a second. Yeah, these are the buyers, these are the sellers, these are the prices they want to buy and sell it for, and this is the amount of shares they want to buy, and this is what they want to sell. And, you know, you'll notice there's 200 share buyers, 300 share buyers, 1,000 share buyers, and then you get these 71,000 share buyers. Now, the 71,000 share buyers, everybody, is what we call Iceberg Orders. These are the big block institutions. And those big block institutions are what makes stocks break supports and resistance levels. So when you're looking at a stock like this one, and you're like, well, you know, the stock is at resistance, you know, it's coming down, and now it's going back up, hit support levels. Well, most people would say, well, by that being, looking at what happened in previous history, it's got to go down, right? Because the whole idea is predicting the future. But it's not always indicative of what happened in the past. Because to have resistance levels, ladies and gentlemen, we need sellers, right? The problem is we don't have too many sellers. We have a lot of buyers. And if we have a lot of buyers, what do you think is going to happen to the price of the stock? Is it going to go up or down? What do you guys think? I know it's a common sense question, and I know it's a dumb question, but it's going to go up. It's going to go up. So what are we doing? We're trading blind. Think about this for a second. Ed, John, Bill, the ones that are saying up. How many times have you bought a stock, and as soon as you bought it, it goes down? And how many times have you sold a stock, and as soon as you sold it, it went up? How many times when you sold a stock and thought you were at resistance, and then it kept going higher? Yeah, I know, all the time, right? Well, would you like to stop that from happening moving forward? Well, the way you need to do that is to see where these big iceberg orders, because these iceberg orders are where the big block orders are. These are where the institutions are. These are where all the big orders are. Just when you look right here, look at that big order right there of 4,000 shares. 45,000 shares. That 45,000 share seller is making that resistance level right there, ladies and gentlemen. So if this stock was decided to go back up, your game plan will be this being a resistance. It will be that one. But the only way to confirm it is to know if there are orders out there to do it. I'm just curious, anyone here who trades in the market, do you see the orders that you're in? Anybody here follow the money and be able to see the orders that are out there? No, 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 no. Look at that. I'm glad a lot of you guys are admitting it. One person says usually. Ken, could you explain what that means? I don't know what you mean usually. That's like saying you're like a little pregnant, if you don't mind. Are you watching Kent level 3? He's the only one that really said yes. Sometimes I get executed and forget to do it. Okay. Is this for day trading webinar? Well, yeah. Yes and no. Okay, because I want you guys to understand that to be a good trader in the market, if you're going to be a swing trader, an investor, or an options trader, it all starts from day trading. So is it more of a day trading webinar? Yes, to help you become, if you want to be a day trader, but it's not just day trading here. It's about it trickling into your swing trades, because you got to understand something. What happens over the course of day is what trickles down into swing trading and investing, because day trading is the least riskiest trades to make, because you're not holding overnight positions. Swing trading is the most risky trading out there. That's why I preferably like options trading. That's why I notice a lot of you guys trade options. But to be a good options trader, you need to know what's happening during the day. And part of understanding what's happening in the day is seeing orders out there being advertised. Okay? So when you're looking for orders, ladies and gentlemen, there's great technology out there. When you look at these supports and resistance levels, there is great technology that's going to show you where all the supports and resistance levels are. And this is what's going to help you become a better trader. By seeing all those big block orders out there, will give you a sense of direction of where the stock is going. For example, the stock you could see right here, let me get my pointer out again, is testing resistance levels at 5. Everybody see that? And it goes down, it hits 5. Everybody see that right there? Well, the reason why it's hitting resistance levels, because not only you have sellers out here, but look at the time in sales. Look at all this red. What they're doing right here is they're selling it to the buyers. Because obviously these sellers not getting executed, and if they can't get executed, listen, they have a limit order out there. If they don't get executed on a limit order, guess what? They're going to execute on a market order. Now, let me just kind of go back and remind you when I started, guys. I'm not old, okay, but I am your great-grandfather when it comes to trading. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I love doing it. It's getting easier and better every day. But for some of you, you just don't know how to play the game of trading. And one of the things that you guys have to understand, that if you want to learn how to trade the market, trading 101 is following the money. And if no one here is following the money, then you're kind of just more or less trading blind. And I know a lot of you here are not looking to do that. Trading blind does not make you money. Because understanding the KISS method, which means keep it super simple, will make you do better trades, faster trades, and better execution. So how do we find these stocks? That's the next question people ask me. Okay, so now what do we basically learn so far? Platforms show the volume for these trades, Barbara? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Every transaction that's happening, you could see who's getting executed. You could see how many shares that got executed. That's the name of the game. I guess Barbara could say she's got a light bulb. How do we find these stocks? Now, this is like the next thing people ask. Fausto, where do you find them? Finding them is easy. I know that sounds crazy, but it is. It really is. I'll give you an example. We run a pro trading room. Just out of curiosity, can anybody join me tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning? Can anybody join me in the morning for a live trading demonstration in the market to trade the market in the morning? All right, if you can't, you can get it recorded, okay? Barbara, you can't, no problem. If you can't make it, as long as you register for it, you'll get the recording so you can watch it, something you really don't want to miss. But what we do every morning is we run a professional trading room, and in that trading room, we'll run a live audio broadcast. Now, this is all online, just like we're doing right now. It's a live online class. And in this online class, we're going to find some stocks that are trading in the pre-market. We're going to show you what's happening in the pre-market. And we're going to find you stocks like this one. This one that we traded this morning, PLNR. Did anybody see PLNR this morning? Anybody trade it up 75%? Anybody? Nobody? Nobody found a stock up PLNR. That's okay, because every day is a new day and we could find stocks like this. Now, people look at this and be like, well, what do they do? I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to know. Why are we here? To make money. Does it matter I made, $2,000 in PLNR and only risking $6,000? Or does it always have to be Apple and risking on a $106 stock? And because I can't afford to buy it, I got to do an option. You trade options for leverage. You trade options for a strategy. You don't trade options because you can't afford the stock. Always remember that. That's a poor man playing a rich man's game. So the thing is this. If PLNR had options trades out there, not only you could have made 75% on a day trade, but who knows? You probably could have made 750% on an options trade. But these trades are out there. And these are stocks that you're going to be introduced tomorrow that we traded like today. How about this one, GNW? This is a stock we shorted today. Once again, this is the Twitter that I did. See that? That's the tweet that I did this morning. I don't know if anybody follows Twitter. But here's another stock. Down 36%. Right at the open, the stock went from almost $12 a share down to almost $8.80. Not bad for a short. What do they do? Why are they down? Once again, I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't care. When I go home tonight, my wife wants to know, honey, did you make money? Yes, I did. How did you do? Maybe about $2,000. Oh, my God, that's great. You think she's going to ask me what I traded? You think she's going to ask me, how did you do it? And where did you learn it? And where did you find it? She just cares about, did you bring home the bacon? That's all they care about. And that's what you care about. And you got to remember, there are over 25,000 stocks out there that trade the market. Why people consistently trade the top 20 most popular stocks is mind-boggling. Why does everybody keep trading the Qualcomms, the Apples, the S&P futures, Facebooks, the Teslas? I mean, Tesla was pretty good today, but you don't have to go out there and risk $240 on a stock to do it. You don't have to go out there and trade, the option because you can't afford Tesla, because you want to trade a Tesla, just can't afford it. That's not why you do it. So the thing we do also when we trade, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't be in our professional trading room, we will send you reminders, text alerts, and everything else that come along with it. Now look at the potential income on a part-time job. If you bought 1,000 shares and you made 50 cents on any of those trades, about $500 a day, 20 trading days a month, it's about $120,000 a year. I don't know. That's pretty good job for a day trade, right? To work, what, an hour? Now, every one of those stocks I just pointed out, they all moved. Now, this is where people start, now questioning me, my losers. And this is where I tell people about my losers. I want all of you guys to come and watch me trade. I do not want you to judge me on my winners. I want you to judge me on my losers of how few I have and how, most importantly, how I control those losers. The winners take care of themselves. You know what's your biggest problem. Most of you know why you're here. You're here to fix the losers, not the winners. And that's the beauty about you guys coming at Cybertron University and coming and watching the live trading. But but you guys are stepping into a great business. This has got to be the best job in the world. There's no better job, I think, where you don't have to go to college and spend $250,000 to do this. There's no better job where you don't have to worry about dealing with a boss. There's no better job that you don't have to worry about dealing with insurance or employees or a boss or, a time clock, or paying, inventory or buying paying taxes on things, any of that stuff. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff. You are your own boss. You could do this anywhere in the world. You could do it in your pajamas. But why is trading such a 70% failure rate? Because you need to learn from a mentor. Think about it. How many of you guys could really honestly say that you actually learned from a true professional who does it all day long? Anyone? Can you guys say that? Can any of you guys tell me that, yes, I actually went to a school, I learned from XYZ, he was one of the best in the industry? One person said. Think about it. Would you give your money to a financial planner? Would you give your money to somebody to trade your money that never learned how to trade? Of course not, right? What do you think you're doing right now? I had a guy. I want to tell you a funny story. I spoke to a student the other day, and he wants to learn how to trade, and he was all nervous because of one thing. Okay, he wanted to learn and go through our course at Cybertron University, and I felt really bad for him because he had one major problem. He's very close with his wife. And he said, listen, I got to talk to my wife before I can, learn from you, Fausto, but I'm afraid to tell my wife because if she knows I'm trading her money and I don't know what I'm doing, she's going to kill me. So, and I'm like, that's exactly right. So the point is this. He made an investment with Cybertron University. He says, you know what? What's the worst thing that could happen? I could learn and find out it's not for me. Better than taking the 20, the 50, the 100,000 plus I have in the market and learning the hard way. So when it comes to trading, guys, every one of you need a mentor, and you all know it. You do it every day. Hey, anybody here a parent? What, did you not teach some of your kids certain things to help them to succeed in life? Not that like they always listen to us, but we're adults. Let's not be ignorant. Because you think education's expensive, try ignorance. So feel free to follow us in our daily picks, our monthly picks. We have a lot of great videos on YouTube, hundreds and hundreds of videos. We post them on YouTube. And also, make sure you log into our daily picks and see what we do so you can follow along and see what if everything works. Now, how can we start learning today? I think that's the next question. How could I learn and start moving forward? Well, Cybertron University does education for some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry. We do education for more brokerage firms than any school in the industry, believe it or not, being in business for 20 years. Now, Equities Magazine ranked this #1 school 6 years in a row, and for some of you who don't know this, but I'm a 12-time champion at the Money Show and Traders Expo. I beat every single school that I competed against. Now, how do we become a better trader? Got a great offer for you. I want to invite all of you to come and join me for a 1-week trial of my professional trading room. Now, the $29 is basically, kind of just pays for the webinar technology. But I'm going to give everybody a guarantee. Make an investment in me for $29 starting tomorrow morning, okay, for 1 week straight. If I cannot show you stocks that move up 20% every day, and that's at the minimum, I'll give you a refund, Okay? Think about it. When was the last time that anyone here was able to watch a stock go up 20% for 1 week every day? Any of you guys ever been there? Ever seen that happen? Well, I know it sounds like, people like, well, sounds like too good to be true. Well, maybe it's not. Because you know what? If I don't, you're going to get your money back. Come and try us out and join me for the week. See what it's like. Meet the students at Cybertron University, the hundreds of students that we've changed their lives, and you'll see how we could turn that into thousands. Now, here's our number, 877-70-CYBER. You can call now and reserve your seat. If you feel that you don't want to do the week trial, I told you all could come and join me for a free day. So you could just come for the hour just to watch the first hour. But once again, if you do that, you won't be able to join us for the pre-market trading. Now, this is an online class, so don't worry about that. So just go to Cybertron University. Let me give you the links if you guys are interested to registering right now. And if you just want to join the free one for the 1 hour, if you want to upgrade for 2 weeks and get my book, you can also do this one. A lot of people like to do that one better. And the free version is right here, the 1-day pass for tomorrow. There you go. So you got 3 great offers, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to join us tomorrow on how to move forward. And you should probably have log-on instructions anyway for tomorrow anyway. So before we go, any questions whatsoever about the trading? Any questions? Francis, I personally like to trade stocks because it's more controllable. Stocks are a little bit less risky. We do talk about forex. We do also talk about. You could see right down here when you're looking at here, the moderators. We talk about forex. We talk about options. We talk about futures. We talk about forex. I personally trade stocks. But we have events that go over the course of the day. What is the long-term investment at CTU? Gerard, the best way to answer that question, because everyone's a case-by-case basis, is that when you register for the trial, every one of you are going to have access to talk to an education advisor, and I highly recommend you do that immediately. So by doing that, that's going to get you access to get to know a little bit more about what you're going to learn and everything else. And by the way, if everybody here registers today and not tomorrow, I will make sure that every single one of you will get a free consultation to get the opportunity to talk to me. So if you guys want to talk to a professional trader, listen, I'm there to help you guys. And the first come, first serve. So the faster you register, the faster you'll be able to get that free consultation. How long is each session? Charles, the session runs all day from 8 a.m. to 4, Monday to Friday during the market hours. We're trading all day. All right? That's what you're going to get. So you're getting over almost 80 hours, 100 hours of education right there. More directional, Francis, not more spread trading. That's more scalping. Any other questions? No problem. You're more than welcome. Charles, listen, the thing is this. Whatever you miss, Charles, there are certain times we do recordings, about 15-minute clips. You'll get access to that. So even if you're able to watch the recordings, at least you'll get an idea of what's going on, and then you can also get the Twitter and text. Once again, it's guaranteed $29. you know, you're going to learn a few things. If you thought you learned anything here, imagine what you can learn when the market's trading. Okay? Any other questions? All right, so once again, looks like a few of you are just calling in right now. Just make sure when you talk to your education advisor, let them know to tell you a little bit more about the program, about what you expect for a whole week. And then once again, if you guys, especially some of you that can't make it for the week, the book deal is definitely worth it. Pay a little extra money. It just came out. I know everybody likes to read a little bit more, so that's also a good way to go about it. Everyone, listen, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. The lines are open. Feel free to give us a call, and then just feel free to register online for either one of those events. In the meantime, everyone is more than welcome to join us tomorrow morning for free, but hopefully everybody's going to take advantage of this $29 promo where you have a full week of in the professional trading room with me and all my students. Thanks, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your evening.